this out. Like I said, we got 256 people in here. Drop a like on the video for me. If you're going to watch this on the playback, do me a favor. Hype the video up. Appreciate my Facebook audience for tuning in. Also, you got to look at it like this, man. We're going to open up the phone lines tonight. If anybody wants to call in, we're going to open up the phone lines. Because if you're watching and you're not chatting and you want to say something, we will open up the phone lines. We will get you in. We're going to open up the phone lines and see if we can get some calls tonight. I'll have the phone lines open. So if you want to call in, we'll go ahead and post the number up here. But right now, the phone lines is open. So if you want to call in and be a part of the show, you can go ahead and call in. So if you look up on the board, you can call in. The call-in number, the call-in the show is 214-425-9333. Call into the Simply Ball Dropping Hotline. You can call in, let your voice be heard, and you can weigh in on this situation. You can weigh in on the Mary Kay Cabot situation. So we'll take a few calls, man. We'll keep the phone lines open if anybody wants to call. Like I said, the number's on the board, 214-425-9333. So you can just go ahead and call in, let your voice be heard. But yeah, so like I said, if you haven't joined the channel, you haven't joined the membership, just hit the join button that's in the chat. It'll take you right to the membership page, and you can join for all the exclusive, information. We got a caller calling in. You're on the line with KSAP and SBD. Who we got?
What's up? This Buck Gordy.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah, so look, I was seeing today that what they said, Mary Kay's supposed to be like best friends with the owner wife, and that's like people was trying to put that together like that's her source. And I'm trying to find out why, like what would be the point of the owner's wife wanting to put this message out there through Mary Kay?
Hey, that's interesting because I did hear a point that Dee Haslam was her source, and I think that's where she got the information about Deshaun Watson being the front runner for QB1 in Cleveland. A lot of people have sent me information and sent me messages about Dee Haslam. But we all saw last year how Jimmy Haslam, the owner, and his grandkids all was advocating for Shedeur because on the sidelines, they had their Shedeur Sanders jerseys on.
Yeah, I see that. But I'm saying they could be doing that in front of people's face, but then behind the scenes,
exactly,
be on the BS. So I'm just confused with that.
Everybody's confused because they think that Mary Kay has a ulterior motive, and Shiloh Sanders called that out. And when I say he called it out, because he said a direct message to Mary Kay about Mary Kay just having this disdain like for Shedeur Sanders is almost like hate. You never write nothing good about Shedeur. Everything is a slander or a backhanded compliment towards Shedeur without giving nobody no facts or no context.
Right. I'm just trying to figure out what does that benefit her to just be hating like that though. What is why? Like that's
she's
what
trying to gain
why.
a buzz. She's trying to be on that national media spectacle because when she produced that tweet, do you realize that tweet alone, when she said on my breaking news, that tweet alone produced 1.6 million impressions on Twitter X. And a lot of people go to X. And then she followed it up with something else, which got over 1.7 million impressions. So what does that do? That puts Mary Kay Cabot trending. Now all these little small outlets are reaching out to her to get her voice. You see, when the story broke, Pat McAfee, one of the moguls on ESPN, was talking about something else, and the breaking news came across, and they went right to that segment. And they had people come in from the NFL executives to weigh in on that. So Mary Kay, applaud her for that because all eyes are on Cleveland right now.
Okay, so basically, it's not even personal. It's just business and it's just entertainment. And she don't even really feel like that. She's just doing this for
No,
the
I
money.
think she really feels like that because she does have a disdain like for Shedeur Sanders, her and Tony Grossi.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate the call.
Man, appreciate the call.
For sure.
All right. Yeah, guys, phone lines is open. I see a lot of people was trying to get in while, the caller was on the line. If we do have a caller on the line and somebody's trying to get through, just call back. We got another caller calling in. You're on the line with KSAP and Simply Ball Dropping. Who we got?
You got Mr. Brian coming out of Columbus, Ohio, man.
Hey, what's going on, Brian?
What's going on, man? That's a couple things I want to hit you with that I was concerned about. Number one, Shedeur got that Giants United going on. And for him to have a Giants United going on, for people to talk about him the way they do, not near one of them quarterbacks. I don't even know if Deshaun Watson had Giants United going on.
No.
He had the Heisman Giants United going on. That's one of the best of the best. And I'm so glad Simply Balling, your program is highlighting our athletes, G. Bush and everybody, because I stay on you guys. And I'm going to compliment on you on that. But I want to ask you this question. Don't Deshaun Watson can't play until December, and doesn't he still got to fulfill his contract out by him being suspended by the league?
No, I think all that has subdued now. I think if, he's named the starter, he can go. But in a sense that you said, I'm glad you brought up that Johnny Unitas golden arm. This is what they do with Shedeur. They sweep all his accolades under the rug. That does not matter. We go back to when he started his first game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Became the first rookie to win in Cleveland since 2016. They swept that under the rug. None of that stuff matters.
What?
So then you go to when he played against the number one pick in Cam Ward when they played Tennessee. He was the first rookie in a Super Bowl era outside of Joe Burrows to throw for over 340 yards, 3 TDs, and one rushing TD. Ever. But they swept that under the rug. It didn't matter because they lost the game. And we know the reason why they lost the game because Kevin Stefanski sabotaged that whole game by going for 2, bringing Quinshon Judkins in there to run a gadget play. And you had Shedeur Sanders that just moved him down the field and scored. So you didn't keep your quarterback on the field to potentially get the 2-point conversion. So everything that Shedeur Sanders has done, all his accolades, that doesn't matter. But these accolades matter for all these other quarterbacks that Cleveland has potentially tried to get. Because you know what they said about Fernando Mendoza. You know what they said about Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson been
Ain't there one of them quarterbacks ever better than Shedeur.
Exactly.
Ever.
If you look at the college career, Shedeur Sanders blows them all out the water. And then you look at it like this. Shedeur Sanders been coached by his daddy all his life. Ty Simpson been coached by his daddy all his life, but there's no big deal when it comes to Ty Simpson. It's a feel-good story. But with Shedeur, it's that NFL collusion. That's the difference. Shedeur's accolades don't matter. So that goes to tell you when Mary Kay Cabot writes stories about Shedeur, there's nothing positive.
Right.
Yeah. So I do appreciate the call, man. Got some other callers trying to call in, man, but good call.
Okay. Yeah.
Appreciate the call. Yeah, that was a great call, man. Another great call, man. The phone lines are still open. 214. You're on the line with Simply Ball Dropping the KSAP. Who we got?
This is Al from the Chi.
Hey, what's going on, Al?
Hey, listen, we've been watching Shedeur for quite some time. And the dangerous thing is, with all his accolades, we've never seen Shedeur behind a bona fide line. And it truly does get dangerous.
Exactly. And I said this before, and I produced many shows during the season last year. Shedeur Sanders is not the problem. You build around Shedeur Sanders, you upgrade that offensive line, And what did Andrew Berry do at the start of free agency? He started building that offensive line. Then he went into the draft and started off building that offensive line where you got a versatile offensive lineman in Spencer Fano that can play left tackle. He can play right guard. He can play center. He can play that whole front line. And then you got another guy that you drafted from Florida. You got people that bolster that offensive line. Then you got the big boy out of Houston and Titus Howard that came in. You got Elkin Jenkins. You got all kinds of people that they signed on the rebuilt the whole offensive line. You just need some type of protection because the many faults that they said Shedeur Sanders had last year, the picks and things like that. Do you realize that Peyton Manning his rookie year threw over 22 picks? But they don't want to talk about that. And Peyton Manning has turned out to be a Hall of Fame quarterback and a Super Bowl champion. Let that sink in. And they don't want to put the title of Pro Bowl quarterback on Shedeur Sanders because we know what Adam the Bull did. Adam the Bull said, if I was Shedeur Sanders, I would have turned down that invitation as a Pro Bowl quarterback.
Haters gonna hate, and I just want to take this time to say thank you guys for the excellent show, the presentation, doing your homework, and your professionalism and expertise and abilities. Keep up the good work.
Man, I appreciate the call.